What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be speaking about 3 different synastry aspects that lead to deep transformation within a relationship. So when it comes to synastry, this is a guide to how a relationship between 2 people is going to plan out and how 2 people are going to affect each other. So with these 3 synastry aspects, I'm going to be looking at the connections that do feel like they do go beyond the surface level attraction. And with that are going to in some way change us when it comes to the effect they have on us when it comes to being in this relationship. So for the first aspect, it is going to be an aspect between Pluto and Venus. This is going to bring in transformational intensity into a relationship between 2 people, with Pluto making an aspect to Venus, whether it's a conjunction or a square or even an opposition. It is especially going to be felt. And when it comes to a trine or a sextile, it is also going to be bringing this layer of depth into a connection, but it is going to be less confrontational than with the square or the opposition or with a conjunction. With having Venus and Pluto in a conjunction, this does make it so that they're going to experience a lot of attraction, but it does go deeper and beyond the surface. And when it comes to having this aspect, it does really bring in a level of chemistry between the 2 partners that is going to go beyond the surface. And between the Pluto person and the Venus person, there's a strong pull towards each other. And it's like they're feeling very drawn to each other in a way that's difficult to ignore. They could even feel like they've known each other for a long time, even if it is the initial encounter between the 2 people. And the kind of chemistry between the 2 of them is about more than just attraction. It does go deeper, and it also is going to lead to a lot of life-changing experiences between the 2 of them if they get involved with each other. And for that reason, this aspect shows that the relationship is going to have an effect on both of the partners that's going to be like transformation at play. Generally, when it comes to Pluto and Pluto's energy, it is all about digging beyond the surface. So when it comes to Pluto, it is about getting deeper, being able to dig beyond the surface. And when it comes to Venus, this is the planet of love, beauty, affection, relationships, and attraction. And with Pluto, this is really bringing in a layer of depth into the Venus person's life, where this relationship is going to have an impact on them that's going to in some way change them. And that can be either it's going to lead to a lot of self-discovery, but also could lead to a lot of healing. And when it comes to that energy of digging beneath the surface with the Pluto energy, this can bring up a lot of insecurities, a lot of fears, and a lot of things that the Venus person is either unaware of or is suppressing or is bypassing. With the Pluto energy on the effect on the Venus person in this relationship, it's going to bring up a lot of those insecurities and even just a way of connecting from a more vulnerable space and less superficial space. And basically leading to both of the partners being challenged to really be honest with themselves, but also with each other. And when it comes to relationship with the aspects being made between Venus and Pluto, it is also going to lead to a lot of ups and downs in the relationship, where especially emotionally, it feels like they're on this roller coaster with really high moments that feel very passionate, but also that are filled with a lot of intensity, which can at times be a lot to handle for both of them. But when it comes to these experiences, they have a way of having a very powerful effect on both of them, and it leads to a lot of emotional closeness for the Venus person and for the Pluto person. And really, when it comes to this aspect, it's either going to bring out the best or the worst at different times within this relationship for both of the individuals. And it's going to lead to a lot of transformation. In a lot of ways, it's really pushing them to confront personal issues and to be able to grow past them. So when it comes to the effect of having this aspect, it is also going to lead to a sense of being better equipped when it comes to knowing what one wants, and when it comes to showing up in a more authentic way in relationships. It also leads to them being more aware of their emotional needs and wants in a relationship. Venus conjunct Mars in Synastry. So when it comes to Venus conjuncting Mars, this is a pretty strong aspect to share with someone. This does also bring in an element of having a spark with someone that just never goes away and just keeps giving. So when it comes to Venus forming a conjunction with Mars in Synastry, this can also lead to a lot of transformation over time between two people in a relationship. And when it comes to what both Venus and Mars are bringing into the relationship, it is like having an element of emotional and physical attraction. So when it comes to Venus, this is the planet of love, beauty, affection, attraction, and Mars is all about the drive, the action, and the desire, and even passion. So both these planets coming together can really form and create a spark that gets ignited and just keeps burning with a lot of energy, with a lot of attraction between the two partners. But the reason why it leads to deep transformation is because when it comes to having Mars conjuncting Venus, this isn't just about attraction. It is also what's going to lead to the relationship evolving over time. So when it comes to Venus and Mars coming together, this is like yin and yang energy. And it really does create and lead to a irresistible kind of pull between the Venus person and the Mars person. And when it comes to creating that feeling of an irresistible kind of pull towards each other, this can either bring out the best of them, or it can even bring out, at times, the more challenging or the worst of them. And those parts get ignited in both of the partners. And since they are dealing with so many different energies in this relationship between the Mars person and the Venus person, this is going to also lead to a transformative connection because it goes beyond just simple attraction. And when it comes to being able to make things work, it's really going to be about them really exploring what they want, what they need, and also when it comes to being able to express their love and even their passion in this relationship. Because a lot of times when it comes to having this conjunction between Venus and Mars, even after the initial kind of spark, there's always this level of chemistry that doesn't go away and it doesn't die down. And whether that attraction is based on the physical attraction or it is based on the attraction to the relationship and even just the aspects, energy between the two partners, there is always going to be this feeling of having something that's keeping them together. That attraction, even beyond what feels like the honeymoon phase, just keeps evolving. And so with this aspect, it does become transformative because they can challenge each other's comfort zones. It also can lead to them being able to learn about and even explore new passions in their relationship, as well as also being able to learn a lot about themselves and learn a lot about their partner and learn from each other, especially through learning from and understanding each other's wants and desires. And since there is that feeling of a constant pull between the two of them, there's also this desire to be able to grow together and to be able to be together. And over time, they're going to be motivated to grow and they want to do it together. Also, when it comes to having the North Node conjuncting somebody's Sun, this can also bring in a transformative connection into a relationship in Synastry for two people. And that's because when it comes to the North Node, this is all about our life's direction. And when it comes to the Sun, this is also all about our sense of self and even just our core self, our core identity. So when it is making a conjunction to the North Node, this also brings into the relationship a sense of destiny into the relationship for the two partners. So almost like a fated kind of quality being brought into the relationship because of this aspect. And when it comes to their experiences in this relationship, it can be quite transformative and leave an impact on both of them, because it is also what's going to lead to them being able to step into their full potential in some way. And even when it comes to being able to step into their more true selves as a result of the impact of the relationship that it has on them. It especially happens through the way that it feels like meeting someone who fits your life journey in a good way. And when it comes to the effects that this aspect can also bring into the relationship between the two of them, they can push each other towards their fullest potential. And when it comes to also being able to go after their dreams and also encouraging that, so it can feel like they're both encouraging and even supporting each other in becoming who they're truly meant to be. So when it comes to this aspect, it's like they're helping each other grow in the most important ways, making having your Sun conjuncting somebody's North Node a very transformative placement to share with someone. Well, that does it for this video on 3 powerful connections that transform relationships in Synastry. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it and that you found it helpful. And if you did, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to the channel for more videos. Well, that is where I love and leave you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye guys.